Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Hello and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in, kind of really rainy Seattle.
Just a little bit. I might see maybe some mist coming over Mercer Island over there. Maybe that'll bring that smoke down too, or help us get clear skies.
I really hope so. Welcome to the show, everyone. Benny is on vacation, so we have Nathan in the studio with us.
Hello.
Yes, it's great to have you. And we were talking, of course, about the weather and, the smoke and everything like that. But yeah, Seattle's had a lot of smoke from Canadian forest fires have been coming into the Northwest, which is, yikes, kind of shocking. And I guess we had the same thing last year, but maybe not as intense. And we've been actually encouraged not to go outside during the smoky days, right? It's been pretty intense.
Yeah, well, we haven't had that ash falling either, too. There's been some on my car in the morning, but, it's definitely not that ash globe like a snow globe, out there.
Right, just like really thick. They say it's apparently if you were outside, it's like smoking 10 cigarettes, something like that, which it really has been. Yeah, it really has been like that. But last night I went ahead and mowed my lawn anyway. My sister called me from Oregon. She goes, "Are you outside?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Get back in the house." I go, "No, I've been in the house for days. I need to mow my yard." And then now it's raining today, which is beautiful. Hopefully that will clear away some of the smoke and all the debris that we've been experiencing here in the Northwest. And of course, we only wish the best for forest fires around the country. Of course, we wish our firefighters are safe and that global warming slows down a little bit and our skies are clear.
Of course, all the best to the firefighters working hard out there. Make sure you give them your support or stop by a fire station.
Yeah, drop off some beer for them for after work or a latte in the morning so they can get going because they work very hard for us. They're really hard workers. And the news has been crazy. Manafort has been, now he's guilty of 8 counts of, every kind of money fraud problem you could think of. And then Michael Cohen, our lovely president's attorney, pled guilty to 8 counts as well of financial, troublemaking, whatever they've been doing. I recently read, though, on CNN that one of the jurors in the Manafort trial was the holdout in terms of convicting them on all 18 counts that the prosecution wanted to convict him on. So because of this one woman, 10 charges he wasn't able to be found guilty on. They considered that a mistrial. So the prosecution might retry him since one woman created a whole bunch of stink in the jury room. I guess the jurors, many of them wanted to even call it a mistrial because she was so difficult to work with. I'm just curious, okay, is she like a Trump supporter? Was she paid under the table? Or is she just crazy? I don't really know how she got on the jury, but clearly she created a lot of problems. It's very fascinating. So today we're taking your calls in the studio, and we're wishing Benny a great vacation. He never takes vacation. You know that, Nathan, right?
No, this is probably my first time in a year that I've actually had to fill in for him for a vacation.
Yeah.
In the past, it's just been, a holiday where he gets a day off.
Yeah, he may swing a Monday on it or something, but yeah, he doesn't take vacation. So we hope Benny's having a great time. This is well-deserved. He's a hardworking dad, and we're just really happy that he's on some trip somewhere and that Nathan's able to cover for him.
And that he's breathing easy over there, too.
Yeah. Where is he anyway? Is he east of the mountains?
I think he's down in the, I can't remember, honestly. Yeah. I know he's on a houseboat, though, so he's on a lake.
Oh, yeah. We hope there's no smoke wherever you are, Benny. We won't give away your location. We'll keep it quiet so that people don't bombard you with show questions. Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and go to the phone lines and start answering our callers' questions.
All right, well, we're going to start with Jenny from Portland. Jenny, welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, Jenny. What can I do for you?
I was just wondering if you had any insight. My husband has been suffering a lot from trigeminal neuralgia. Do you know what that is?
Oh, it's nerve pain, right?
Yeah, in the face and the head, like electricity.
Sorry.
Kind of.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And so how long has that been going on?
Well, he had it really bad 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had some chiropractic work, which really helped. And now I think with the smoke maybe, or in the same sort of timing, it's been really, really bad.
So stress, somehow some stress affected that nerve that hadn't completely healed yet, and it's bothering him.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
very,
kind of
very
like
sorry.
wrapped around an artery, I guess, so it gets triggered maybe with
Ah,
inflammation.
oh, yeah. So what does he do to decrease his inflammation? Do you know?
He like ices a point in his neck and takes really hot showers and
Yeah.
things like that.
No, no,
It
that's
seems to come on at like
fine.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, because it's when he's really tired, when he's really worn out, Um,
Okay.
but he really needs to do an anti-inflammatory diet
Okay.
so that we can get the inflammation to decrease from the inside out. So, and my favorites, Eat Right for Your Blood Type or
Right.
right, Dr. Gundry's Plant Paradox Diet, either one of those. And the Plant Paradox Diet is actually really, it's kind of strict. It's my favorite diet, but it's kind of strict. Uh, so probably the Plant Paradox, I mean, not the Plant Paradox, the Eat Right for Your Blood Type initially, so we can just get rid of a few things that are creating issues, so we can get that facial nerve to calm down. But this is all stress related. So he needs to have a good stress outlet.
Okay.
And I think he's really, this is going to sound weird, but this is what I'm hearing. I think he's so lucky that this happens. I know that sounds terrible. I would never wish anyone pain for any reason. But your husband carries a lot of stress in his body. And this is one of the ways that he gets to find out, oh, I'm stressed. Oh, I need to
Okay.
reduce my stress, which could help him in terms of cardiac muscle or his kidneys or some other part of the body that's not going to be painful initially in terms of how it would respond. And so so if he could look at it that this is actually a good thing, that would be really helpful too. Do you think he could
Totally.
do
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
Do you think that he
I
would be
think
open
so.
to
Yeah, I'll
that?
talk to him about it for
Yeah,
sure.
he's really lucky that he doesn't have something silently building up stress and anxiety that could result in a heart attack or kidney problems. Because that's what they're showing me, that this actual facial nerve painful situation is helping him to relax because he has no choice. He has to lay down. He's got to ice. He's got to go take a shower. He's got to meditate. He's got to turn off the lights. He's got to, you know what I mean? So
Totally.
it's really good for him. So if he could look at it that way, that would be amazing.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
You're so welcome and have a beautiful day in Portland. And I forgot that you guys also have all that smoke going on in that part of the world too. So we're
We
sorry
do.
about
Yeah, it's
that.
coming from the south and the north. So.
Oh, you're getting hit by both places. No fun.
No.
No
Well,
fun.
stay safe up there in Seattle too.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye. Okay, so who do we have next on our phone lines?
We have Richard from Mount Pleasant, and don't forget the number if you want to call in is 1-877-825-8828. Richard, welcome to Marie Manuchehri Show.
Hello, Richard.
Hello.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you
I'm
for
really
taking.
great. Thank you. So, are you in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful day out here.
Oh, no smoke, right?
No. Well, no, but we did have some smoke last week,
Oh, you
and
did?
they said it was as a result of the West Coast fires.
Really? You're kidding? All the
Yeah.
way there?
Yeah. I guess it's just the weather system, and they had a warning for inhalation. I mean, it was weird. I was
Weird.
like, why is it so dusty?
Wow.
So,
Wow. So I can actually see, I got new contacts, which is really great, finally. I can actually read things. I was having a hard time reading a few things, and so I can read the reader board really well. And I haven't given you an opportunity to change your question because most people change their questions.
No.
But you had hip surgeries, and they're not doing that well.
literally in July of 2014, the left one. September 2014, the right one. The right one never felt right. A year later, they had to go in and revise it because fluid was building up. And then here we are, fast forward, I'm still having the same issue. I've done,
Everything. Yeah, you're a good student. You're a good student.
In the past couple of months, I went through a L3, L4 microdiscectomy,
Ah,
thinking that would help.
ah.
And so my wife and I have been on a strict ketogenic diet for like 5
Hello
months.
to your
6
wife.
months.
She's lovely, by the way. She's absolutely
thank-
lovely. So
thank you,
so
yeah.
I know it's wrong, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, and you're probably not going to like what I say. Well, I don't
Mhm.
know what you're going to like or not like,
Yeah.
but I think you have a significant amount of repressed grief, and it's affecting your hips and your lower back.
Wow.
Significant. And it's not about your relationship because I think you have a good marriage. You have a good partner. So I don't think it's that, but you know your life better than I do. So if it's not related to that, it's probably childhood. And I think you have a ton of grief and you need to cry.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to now a little bit.
You're starting to
Because
cry these days?
just right now, when you mentioned, well, as
Oh.
soon as you said that, I just teared up because I lost my father 3 years ago, and then
Oh.
my mother 2 years prior to that. So,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
that's how we ended up back in New Jersey because I
Oh.
came here to take care of him back from Charlotte, North Carolina, back to
Uh-huh.
where I grew up. And I
Oh.
think I've been going through some kind of resolve.
And grief is so interesting. It's tricky. Like, we think, okay, I cried at the funeral, I cried when that at the hospital, but I think the grief, especially when you're having so many physicals, you know, problems and you work so hard at it and you're doing all the right things, like you're a good student, like you do exactly what the physical therapist told you to do. You don't rotate past what they asked you to do. You did all the right things. I think this grief, of course, is related to their deaths, but I think it has also something that probably some things you didn't get when you were in childhood. And then now that they're gone, you're not going to get it from them, at least in the physical reality. So I really want you to explore that and give yourself permission to have whatever grief you may have about this and to cry whenever you feel, whenever the tears come up, just give yourself the permission to do it. I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think you're going to like it. It's going to be fun. Real grief is such a fascinating thing. When you're in real grief, you have moments where you start laughing too, because grief is actually, it's so beautiful. It's like a scab healing, and it's extremely transformative. So I would love to hear how it goes too. I would love to know how everything
I'll check in again.
unfolds. So let us know. And I'm very sorry for the loss of your parents and whatever you didn't get when you were a kid from them. And I'm excited for your upcoming grief experiences.
That really hits home, and it makes so much sense. And I knew it, and when you said it, it's like, what am I not pretending not to know?
Yeah.
It's like, and then to give myself the permission to do that.
Yeah, just
Thank
go
you
ahead and
so
cry. You're welcome. It's my absolute pleasure. And I wish you a lovely, lovely day. And no smoggy New Jersey.
Yeah, imagine that.
I know. How lucky are you, right? You're lucky. We have more pollution than you guys do right now. That's for sure.
That's just North Jersey, though. North Jersey's like that.
Oh.
We're at the Jersey Shore, so it's a little different.
Oh. Well, thank you
But
so much. You're welcome. Have a beautiful
Thank you.
day.
I appreciate it. Have a great
Of
day.
course. Thank you. So, sorry. So Nathan and I are getting used to like working together. We've never worked together, and it's so interesting when you have an engineer in the studio. You learn each other, right? Like eye contact, and I'm so used to a different kind of experience, and I'm loving this. This is beautiful. So, who do we have next on the air with us?
We have Marge, and still staying on the East Coast from Massachusetts. Marge,
Lovely.
welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show.
Hi, Marge. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
Well, I've been better.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry, by the way. I truly am.
Yeah.
So what can I do for you?
Well, it's sort of like a little bit of a general reading, but most specifically, I'd like to ask you about my son,
Okay.
who
And
is 19
he's 19.
and
Okay.
has been struggling for a very long time.
With what?
Emotional and behavioral issues,
Mhm.
and he's adopted and has attachment issues related to that.
Yeah.
And we're just at the point, I'm sorry.
So is he in college right now?
No, he just finished high school.
Oh, good.
He wasn't planning on going to college.
Uh-huh.
But we're at the point that my husband and I just feel like we cannot manage with him at home, and so we have asked him to leave. He's left. He's not in our house right now for the last 2 days, and we've told him he can't come back because he has just been impossible.
Yeah, he's really, really difficult. And you guys spoiled him. You know that, right?
To some extent, yeah.
And you can disagree with anything I say, right? Because I'm this
Yeah.
temporary voyeur. But I just say that you guys were too nice. I think you felt sorry for him or whatever the deal was, and you were too nice in certain, areas of his life. And some kids just need they need more boundaries.
Right.
And he's one of those kids who needs boundaries. So I think what you're doing is really lovely. I think you're giving him a wake-up call big time. Because
that's what we're hoping.
Yes, because what is he going to do? I mean, does he have a job?
Well, he tells us he does, but he lied about that before, so we don't really know for sure.
Right. You're not
And
sure.
that's part of the issue.
Right. That's part of the problem, right? Is that, and yeah,
Right.
and he's is very manipulative.
Extremely.
He's very good at it too. It's just a part of his coping mechanism is to manipulate situations. So I think you
Right.
guys did the right choice, by the way. And I'm hoping that eventually he has what we could call a come to Jesus moment where he goes, "Oh, I'm so lucky, and I've had food and these people to take care of me, and maybe we can work together and figure out how I can have a life," But I think you
But
guys, pardon?
we've offered him the option of going into a program that would be really useful and helpful for him
Yeah.
to help deal with his issues, but he
Right.
absolutely refuses.
Great. So you did the right thing. There's nothing more you can do for him right now other than
Mm-hmm.
he had to leave, which I know is really hard as a parent. You don't want to kick a kid out, right? But I kind
Right.
of look at, I think I think sometimes that kind of upbringing is really important where you set serious boundaries. And so here's your homework, because this is going to help your son if you consider doing some of the things that I'm recommending. I want you to start
Yeah.
appreciating what a wonderful mother you are. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
start saying to yourself over and over again, "I'm a wonderful mother. I've done an excellent job. I'm so proud." I want you to start being nice to yourself and loving and compassionate to you, which could dramatically change the energy between you and your husband and your son, because
Mm-hmm.
you tend to feel guilty, and you've been feeling guilty even before he came to the house, years ago. And you need to change that
Mhm.
because you really are a very good mother and you've been lovely. Really,
Mhm.
you've just been lovely. So I I know that sounds weird, especially in this moment where it feels like from what you can see, like, oh, we didn't do a good job and this kid's, having all these
No,
challenges.
I don't really feel that way. I feel like we've done more. We've gone above and
You
beyond.
have. I agree, but
Yeah.
that's your intellect telling you that. You have a
Yeah.
logical mind, and your logical mind is right. Yes, you've done more. In fact, I said you've been too nice. But on emotional perspective, and you always want to look at the emotion. The emotion is where everything is coming from and everything is being created through emotion, right?
Yeah.
So you need to address that part of yourself. That part of your emotional body is going, wow, what did we do? So
Right.
I want you to nurture that part of you. And
Mhm.
believe it or not, it's going to send a very positive energy to him, surprisingly.
Yep.
A very beautiful and positive energy to him, which could help him. But first and foremost, it's going to help you so that you can really
Yep.
relax and have that glass of wine in the evening and not feel guilty or whatever you do to
Yeah.
relax, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's your homework, is to find ways to unconditionally love you as a parent.
Okay.
Okay? And then I think you might find him knocking on your door, agreeing to do things that would be in his best interest.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
Okay, but your energy looks great. So having him out of the house, I feel like I'm in celebratory energy. You've got energy moving into
Yeah.
your root, your heart chakra, your sixth chakra, and your seventh. So that's great. Good
Mhm.
job. You're on the right
Mhm.
track.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're
Marie.
welcome.
All right.
Have a beautiful day.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
I'm telling you, raising kids is the hardest job on the planet. And I had really, really, really good kids, and still, I think it was so hard and traumatic as a parent. It was just it's just the hardest job on the planet. And the funny thing is, you think it's going to get better when they grow up and move out of your house, but no, I think for me personally, it got harder because I'm not in control anymore. Not that I was in total control, but I'm not in control anymore, and I have to sit back and relax, and they still have their struggles and their issues, and I still want to be there and help them. So yeah, it's fascinating. Parenthood is, wow, it's definitely overrated. It's a really overrated experience. Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break coming up, and right now the lines are open. So if you want to call into the Marie Manuchehri Show, the phone number is 877-825-8828. Again, 877-825-8828. And we'll be right back. You're listening to Marie Manuchehri Show on 1150 AM KKNW.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I want to let you know I will be at East West Bookshop in Seattle, September 14th, Friday night. I'm going to be talking about the power of what if. Because as you know, I believe the direction of the energy in our minds is truly important. Words that we say to ourselves or out loud truly matter. When we speak, the fifth chakra's vibration sends energy towards the things in the universe that match the vibration of the words spoken. So in this class, we're going to be talking about the difference between what-if questions and affirmations. Of course, I'll do readings for the audience. We're going to have a blast. I hope you can join us. For more information, you can go to energyintuitive.com or eastwestbookshop.com.
If you think making false threats is a joke, think again. Any communication threatening students, teachers, and staff at schools or public places is a federal crime that could lock people behind prison doors for up to 5 years.
I'm FBI Deputy Director David Bowditch, making you aware that hoax threats have real consequences. We don't want to see a young person begin their adult lives with a felony record.
Making false threats is not a joke. Think before you post. Visit FBI.gov.
On Friday, Manson Mitchell welcomed back Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. to talk about the ancient wisdom of the Toltecs and its application today.
On Saturday, Dan Millman returns with a method for discovering the life you were born to live on the 25th anniversary of his famous book by that name.
Bringing you fascinating talk since 2007.
We are Manson Mitchell, Friday and Saturday mornings at 10 on Alternative Talk AM 1150.
Join Marie on November 3rd and 4th in Redmond, Washington for her 2-day seminar, Communicating Beyond the Veil. One of the greatest experiences Marie has had the pleasure of receiving is the ability to communicate with loved ones and spirit guides living on the other side. And this is a natural gift that everyone has. Over the years, Marie has helped clients and students learn the techniques necessary to achieve this valuable skill. In this workshop, you'll learn the dimensional realities that exist beyond Earth, how to know the difference between your own thoughts and communications coming from those living outside of Earth, how to maintain your human energy system in a vibrational flow that allows for higher self-connection, and how to hear, see, feel, or experience those living on the other side. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
Find our app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and take us with you wherever you go. Alternative Talk AM 1150.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in rainy Seattle, but I'm really happy that it's raining because it's been so smoggy. Hopefully it's cleaning it out. And I did listen, Nathan, to your weather report, and it said that the smoke is better. Right, it's decreasing enough that we don't have to worry about smoking 10 cigarettes.
Well, at least starting in the afternoon, we're going to get rid of that poor air quality alert, so we'll be able to breathe easier, and those with some conditions that it's troubling them, they'll have a much better time as well.
Awesome. I know. I even worried about my cats that were outside. I'm like, you guys get in the house. There's too much smoke out there, but maybe they're low enough to the ground. They're not going to get too much smoke. I'm not so sure. So who do we have next on the phone line?
We have Sandra in Seattle. Welcome to the show, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra. Hello. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
I'm calling out regarding, I've had feet issues, feet pain for a number of years, and now knee pain. And the knee pain, they said, is bursitis. And the feet, they have no idea. They have, I've been diagnosed with, a borderline type 2 diabetes, but I don't have it.
That's so fantastic.
So I'm just trying to avoid not getting it.
Right. No, that's great. And so then you're not eating sugar, right?
No, I don't eat anything like sugar at all.
Well, I want you to eat. You need to eat because, hypoglycemia can lead to diabetes too, so you want to eat well. But yeah, no sugar. That's good. Good job. You know what? As soon as I started to hear your voice and you were talking about your lower extremities, your feet and your knees, the one thing that I saw was the fascia blaster. I am a fan. Maybe my Rolfer, if he hears this, he won't be thrilled with me, but because I do see a Rolfer and they work on fascia and it's very effective. But I use the fascia blaster every single day, and I've had knee issues and feet issues as well. I've broken several toes, so of course I've had some neuropathy and just general nerve pain. And moving the fascia blaster, I would follow the instructions from the creator of it. I don't have those pains anymore. I don't have complications or issues, because fascia is so powerful and it's so strong, and it contracts tissue and nerves and ligaments and tendons. And I think everybody needs to move their fascia. I really, really do. So I would get the mini fascia blaster. It's actually for the face. I use it on my face and my neck too, which actually helps me, I think, look younger without, I'm not that I'm against Botox or filler. I just haven't done that yet. Not sure when or if I ever will. But I use it on my knees and my feet, and I use it in the shower a lot because it's good to have your body warm when you're going to move your fascia. But when I do my feet, I do it in the evening when I'm in bed. I'm all nice and warm and cuddly, and I put some lotion on my feet, and I just go to town in all the areas that are kind of stuck. And I think you're going to love it. So fascia blaster.
So FAC, how do you spell FAC?
Yeah, I should know. I think it's FACHIA fascia. I'm not really 100% sure. Blaster. You can just Google it. You can order it from Amazon. Are you looking?
Yeah, it's FASCIA.
Okay, yeah, it's a lot more complicated than I thought. Yeah, so yeah, and there are other products, but I think this product is amazing. But you might know someone who's tried something else to move their fascia. But I love it because it has these little soft edged little claws on all of her products, so you can really get into very minute areas, and that's where the fascia is so hard to get to. It's like teeny tiny crevices in our body. So yeah, and follow her instructions. She recommends using oil. I usually use moisturizer, but whatever works for you, and make sure your body's warm. And I would go slow, because when you move your fascia, because there's layers and layers and layers to the fascia, when you move it, it can bruise, which is, I'm okay with that, but it's like you don't want to be bruised all over your entire body, right away. So the bruising goes away and your body gets used to it. But I would take it slow, and there's YouTube videos on it, all kinds of people who have made videos for it too. So have fun. You're going to love it.
Good. Okay, but do you see
I don't think this is diabetes related, your feet. That's what you want to know. I don't believe it's diabetic related. I think this is fascia. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Thanks.
Okay,
have a great day.
You too.
All
Thanks.
right. Bye-bye. All right. Who do we have next? We're just going through these calls very quickly.
We have Oritana. Welcome to the show, Oritana.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Hi, Oritana. How are you?
Hi.
It's so nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's so nice to hear from you, and to get on the show. Thank you so much for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Of course. What can I do for you?
I really need your advice.
All right.
So my cousin had passed away, and I needed to, not need to, but I would like to help out in some way. And so I was asked to do a eulogy, and I wondered if you had any advice for that.
I do.
Oh, great.
I have advice, because I didn't give a actual eulogy. I gave a small little talk at one person's memorial service, and then I was the MC for Jeff Jar's memorial service here in Seattle. He was a celebrated astrologer, actually. And his wife, well, I won't say she begged, but I didn't want to, because it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. And so I do have some advice, actually, because honestly, I don't think I did a great job on either one of those. And I can be a critical person, so maybe people really enjoyed it. Who knows? I don't really know for sure. But I would say for Jeff's, I was a little too happy for the audience.
Oh.
Well, because and the audience was lovely. It was it was very well attended. His family, they were also happy. It was one of those things where Jeff died very consciously. He was diagnosed with a very late stage form of cancer, and he was in his 60s, which of course isn't very old, but he never thought he was going to live long or ever marry or have children. And he met his beautiful bride in France, and they married and had 2 kids, 2 beautiful children. So when he passed, he felt like, okay, I've already outlived what I was going to live, and I accomplished way more than I would accomplish. So he was ready to go, and he didn't want to do any extreme measures. So it was. I was blessed to be at his bedside many times to help with his dying process and with energy work a little bit. So we were all jazzed up, like super, like, wow, we got to be with this person while he was dying, and we got to follow his wishes. And it was being around people when they're dying too can be really expansive. It's a very expansive energy. So try not to be too happy is what I recommend, because the audience may not be as tuned in to the beautifulness of someone leaving their body when they're ready to go, right? So that would be my first, just so that everybody else can be not too confused.
Okay.
At a memorial. And the second one, just don't be nervous. I was really nervous.
See, I'm really nervous.
Yeah, don't be
I get
nervous.
just calling up to the show.
Well,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
I know.
wait a
I
minute.
understand. I mean, I get nervous. I had a reading recently, and I was very nervous, and it went great. I loved it. So just do your very best. Maybe you need to have a quick glass of wine or a couple sips, just a couple sips of champagne.
Okay, and not judge myself for that.
Yeah, because I want you to do whatever's going to calm you down. I'm not saying have a glass because I can't handle a glass of alcohol, but a couple sips would be perfect. What do you think about that? Like some champagne right before you go do your talk, which you will do beautiful. You're going to do a gorgeous job. You're very articulate. You're extremely smart, and I think everything's just going to kick in for you. But maybe just a quick sip. I know some people do that before they get married. Like they don't want to be drunk, but they just want something to calm their nerves before they walk down the aisle or share an incredible vow that they want to, express to a crowd of people. So that's what I would suggest. How does that sound? How does my advice sound?
That sounds perfect.
Okay, not too many smiles until everybody else is smiling.
Okay.
And then, maybe a little liqueur.
I smile a lot.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So maybe that's why I was supposed to tell you that. Just don't smile too much until the rest of the audience is smiling. Okay.
Okay.
And lovely. Thank you for doing that. They picked the right person.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that.
It's true.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for a call, Oritana. And the lines are still open, so if you want to call Marie Manuchehri, get on the air and have her answer your question. The phone number is 877-825-8828.
And, something really fun is going to be happening soon. I'm doing my very first online course, open to the public, of course. It's going to be in October 10th and 24th. Thank you so much, Lisa. She's given me great sign language from her soundproof booth. So you want to sign up. You can go to energyintuitive.com and sign up for the website. I'm so excited. We've had really great response already. So, and we do have a limited number of people. So you definitely want to go do that. It's all about intuition. So the first part will be about how does intuition work? And intuition is a fascinating, multi-layered experience. So, we're in human form, and then there's thousands of time-space realities that exist beyond the earth. And then on top of that, there's angels and guides, spirit guides, and of course, God in creation and the animal world. There's just this massively layered reality that allows us to connect into the intuitive world. So we're going to talk about how that all works. And then the second time, they're 90-minute courses. Each one is 90 minutes. The second time, we're going to talk about how you can make it work for you personally. And there's already homework available, books to read, things to do to prepare for this October very first online course with me, Marie Manuchehri, and I'm so excited.
And how can we get access to that?
Go to energyintuitive.com and get on the events page, and then you can find out. You can also sign up to my newsletter. We're going to do it 3 times a year, so we just released one about a week ago, and that's one way to find out what's going on, where I'm teaching, and all my classes that are up through March of next year are available on the website as well.
All right. Well, we're going to go to another caller, and we have Laura. Laura, you're on the Marie Manuchehri Show. Welcome.
Hello. How are
Laura.
you guys?
We're really good. How are you?
I'm good. I was not expecting to get to talk to you, so this is awesome.
Yay! Well, my daughter teaches at Oklahoma State University, and I was talking to her when we were driving into the show, and she just finished her first week of classes, so probably, people are back in school and things are going on, so we've got a little bit of space for people to call in. So what can I do for you?
Well, I was just calling to see if I could get a general reading from you and just to kind of see what my guides are saying for this new fall season. It was so nice to wake up and have a little sprinkly, rain in the air.
It really, really was. In fact, I had to take like a double take. Did it rain? Yeah. And then I went, yeah, the concrete's wet. It rained. And then I could hear my cat crying like, Mom, let me into the house because it's raining out here. Because it wasn't raining a few hours before. First of all, your guides just want to, and this is a very common response from guides, because guides unconditionally love the people they guide, and they adore them so much. And very few people allow themselves to feel adored by anyone or anything, quite frankly. So that's the very first thing I'm hearing from your guides is how proud they are of you, how you've really done a lot of work over the last 2 years. Even though you don't always think you have, you have. And so they're congratulating you on that and loving you and just they're clapping. I can just hear them clapping and and it kind of reminds me of that sweet clap when you have a kid who's like graduating from 6th grade and it's like that sweet, adorable, precious, beautiful clapping. It's lovely. So that's what I've heard. Any other questions? I know you want a general reading, but your energy looks good. So
it does. Good. I mean, health-wise and everything.
You're taking in from the root and the crown, which are like really profound areas to take energy in. You're not doing as much movement in the rest of your chakra system, and so that's why I feel like there's a question that you're not asking me.
Well, I feel like what always comes up for me is like I feel like I get excited about doing some kind of spiritual work, and I get this ADD that kicks in. Spiritual ADD, like I'm really I love it, and then I just get busy or distracted, and I go back and I go, oh, I wish I didn't, continue to meditate, or I wish I'd, because I could really use that right now.
And so that distraction that you're talking about, that actually comes from a lack of self-worth. So all of us could find ways where we don't stay committed or connected to the things that bring us the most joy or that we have the most interest in. So what I want you to do when those moments happen, like you start meditating or you notice that your vibration is shifting or something of that nature, I want you to go ahead and just be very self-loving. I want you to go, Laura, I love you. You're an amazing woman. I want you to spend time doing that in the moment, either silently or out loud. And then I think you're going to stay on track.
Okay, good.
So that's what I want you to do. It's just a defense mechanism because you're actually afraid of your magnificence. As most people are. Most people are afraid of who they really are. Because it is shocking when you find out really lovely things about yourself. It's really weird and also what we want. And so most of us will create defense mechanisms to stop us from expanding our consciousness and identifying more of our true path. So it's a very common thing. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. In fact, yours is a nicer reflection. People do many other things that are a lot more destructive.
Okay.
Okay?
Good.
All right.
Good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, well, we're going to take a little break here on the Marie Manuchehri Show. This is 11:50 a.m. KKNW, and when we come back, we'll take a couple more callers, if not maybe 3.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri. On Saturday, September 15th, I'll be teaching an afternoon workshop at East West Bookshop in Seattle. It's called Energetic Freedom. It's about letting go. As humans, we have so many ideas about what is in our best interest and how, when, where, and why things should or should not happen. This creates a constant wave of analytical processing that captures the human spirit in regret. Letting go is necessary. It allows us to individualize and allows our magnificence to shine through. So join me on September 15th at East West Bookshop and learn how to create energetic freedom in your own life. For more information, you can go to energyintuitive.com or eastwestbookshop.com.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Marie Manuchehri has had the pleasure and honor of shifting the vibration of thousands of clients and students from around the world. Her method, Divine Energy Medicine, is the art of raising the human energetic frequency, leading to mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. During this 2-day intensive course, you will discover how to read the energy of others while improving your relationship with yourself, gain intuitive knowledge of the synergetic relationship between chakras and human feelings, and identify energetic locations and actions of the energy centers. Join Marie on Saturday, March 23rd and Sunday, March 24th, 2019 in Vancouver, Washington, and practice Divine Energy Medicine to increase your ability to connect deeply with others. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
Wondering what's on next on Alternative Talk 1150? Check out 1150kknw.com.
And welcome back to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in, as Nathan pointed out, we can actually see Seattle from the studio right now, which is lovely. We haven't been able to.
Yeah, probably my first time in maybe a week or two.
Wow.
In the past few days, it's just been nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it at all, and probably maybe half of Mercer Island.
Wow. Yeah. And so the studio is actually in this amazing location where you can actually see this beautiful landscape of Seattle and Bellevue. Well, we're in Bellevue, but parts of it, and Mercer Island. It's just super, super beautiful. And sometimes the mountains, but we can't see the mountains right now.
So long as there's no smog out there.
Yeah. Great.
If it rains, it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So who do we have next on the phone line?
Coming up next is Susan. And Susan, you're on the Marie Manuchehri Show. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Susan. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm calling today. I wanted to ask a question. My daughter, who's 30, she's had some health issues probably the last 5 years. They just don't seem to be getting better. And it's mostly related. If she gets really itchy, she'll get hives. She'll have like food reactions. She'll go out for dinner and come home and like throw up all night because something that she ate. And she's gone regular medical route. She's seen a couple of naturopaths in her area, but just hasn't gotten to the bottom of it. And I'm really concerned. I haven't really voiced how serious I, feel about it to her, but she'll call me every once in a while and say, "Oh yeah, I was up all night. I was itchy again." And then her latest thing is she's starting to get eczema on her arms and legs.
Right.
So
she needs to go on a very strict anti-inflammatory diet. Very strict.
Okay.
And she won't do it.
No.
She's
been told that, I think, before.
More than, she won't do it. So here's the thing this is more important than what's going on with your daughter. And I know this is going to sound weird, but you have to stop worrying because it's like she's very stubborn and she does what she wants. She kind of ran the show when she was at home, by the way.
Yeah, she did a little bit.
Yeah, and here you are so worried about her and so concerned about her. And I'm not saying that of course these are things that do need to be taken care of, but she refuses to do what's in her best interest, and there's nothing you can do about that. So I think you have to really let go. In fact, this is
step back.
Well, no, I think it's fine to go, "Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart," and remind her of. I think that's great. I think all of that's lovely, but no, you have to energetically let go.
Okay.
And you're not doing that. You're more worried than she is about her health because.
Well, I am, and I go back and forth because I think, I'm being a terrible mom because I'm not.
She's
giving her any
30.
attention about
Stop.
it.
She's 30. She's a grown woman.
Exactly.
Stop it. You're done parenting. News to all the moms out there. If you've got a kid in their 20s, you're done parenting. Done.
Yes.
That's not your job anymore. Stop it.
Well,
Stop.
She's not, she's so independent. She doesn't really take it from me anyway.
I know. She doesn't really respect you is what I hear. So here's the deal. This is your new what if question. What if I let go of parenting? What if I get out of the way? And that doesn't mean you don't get to love her and have joy with her and have fun with her and whatever the deal is, but you have to stop because you look at her like she's 6 and she's not. She's 30 years old and she's manipulative in your relationship as well. She loves the attention, by the way. And I know I'm saying these mean things about her. I'm sure there's 1,000 things that are wonderful about her as well. But I'm looking at this relationship, and I think here's the deal. I think if you detach, she's going to start to go, oh, I think I should do what my mom said.
Yeah.
But as long as you stay in there feeling sorry for her and worrying about her, she loves that kind of attention, and she won't take responsibility for her own health. So you're going to have to, what if I let go of parenting? That's your new, and you have a lot of grief about it. It's going to be intense, I think.
Yeah.
Because you were born a mother.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You couldn't wait to have kids.
And I've also had been concerned, over the last few years about it, that it's the kind of an intergenerational, passed down from mother to daughter kind of thing.
You're done parenting. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop.
So
Stop.
Can't help that.
No, you have to stop it. You're blaming yourself. You're taking responsibility. Your daughter's 30. Everything that you could have done for her, you've already done, and you did a great job. It's now on her. She has to learn to take care of herself, and she's not going to as long as you're energetically moving all the chess pieces, acting like she's 6. So stop.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I hadn't looked at it that way. So, yeah, I was feeling like I wasn't doing enough.
No, you do too much. Way
Okay.
too much. It's kind of like sometimes I go out to dinner with my kids, and I can't help but to pull up my card and pay for it. And all my kids are well educated and have great jobs. And my kids are teaching me to keep my wallet and keep my card in my wallet, or split it. If I, and I'm so stubborn because I could parent till the cows come home. I loved, love raising my children. It was one of my most favorite experiences of my life, but they don't need me to do that anymore. And they're supposed to take care of me now too, right? We're supposed to take care of each other. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
All
thank
right.
you, Marie.
You're
That's
welcome.
helpful. I'll look at it from that angle now.
Good. She's 30. Just remind yourself. 30,
Yeah,
not
30.
not 03.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way out of college. Way out of
everything. Okay.
Yep.
All righty.
Okay. Thanks.
You're
Marie.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your call, Susan. We are going to keep it local. And coming up next is Teresa. Teresa, you're on the Manuchehri Show. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
I'm good. I am not sleeping, and I've been going through some emotions with my sister, and I'm just wondering if there's any suggestion that I could sleep a little bit. I'm just not sleeping at night.
And how long has that been going on?
Well, she's been passive aggressive.
No, not that part. The lack of sleeping. Yeah.
My sleeping. I'm sorry.
No. It's great.
It's probably been about the last month.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had 3 eclipses since what, June something. I mean, it's been really intense, and we're right about to have a full moon in Pisces, which is stunning. But full moons can keep you up, so that could be part of it. But I would recommend, do you take anything natural to help you to sleep?
Melatonin, but
melatonin is not my favorite. It is absolutely. I love deep sleep. It doesn't have melatonin in it. I love deep sleep. It's a product. Okay. It's called Deep Sleep. It has other herbs in it. I love taking GABA. That actually helps people sleep. I love Instatol. It's a derivative of a B vitamin. That's actually very good. So I would not do the melatonin anymore. Okay. It's not working for you. Start doing other things. Yeah. And about your sister, why are you trying to be friends with her? I don't get it. Fire her. Fire yourself from being her sister. Because it's not going to. Actually, I do think there'll be some positive change once you stop trying to make her happy. She's not going to be happy. She's not. She likes being mean and aggressive, and you need to just stop being sisters with her. Go look at your friends and determine that one of those people is a better sister for you, which is true. And stop trying to make somebody, just because you share DNA with someone means nothing when it comes to relationships at all, unless it brings you joy. And that relationship doesn't bring you joy. So knock it off. Stop.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. I get it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope you get some rest.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Teresa. Looks like we might have time for 1, maybe 2 more callers. So right now, in the meantime, we'll see what we can do. Okay. We're going to go with Stephanie in Seattle.
Hi, Stephanie.
Welcome, Stephanie.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. What can I do for you?
Good. Well, I have a quick question for you. I have noticed in my eyes there's usually in one or the other a small like white bump, I guess. It's in the eye. And now it's in both of them. And from little research I did, it sounds like it's related to cholesterol.
It's inflammation.
Sure.
It's inflammation. Yeah. So you need to really look at your inflammation. You need to really reduce it. And if it's cholesterol, it's going to be from the liver. And the liver, if it's inflammatory, having some issues. So I would decrease your I think everyone should be working on decreasing their inflammation all the time, constantly. That means rotating your diet or following some anti-inflammatory program. I think that's very important. But the energetic reason behind eyesight issues is when a person isn't seeing themselves accurately. And that usually means that they're not, like in your case and most of the people that I see, like you're underrating who you are as a being. You're not seeing your full potential. You're not honoring who you are. So I would work on that. That will help tremendously.
Okay.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a matter of doing it, I think. Yeah.
So here's your what if question. What if I fell madly in love with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Simple, easy, fun. That'll get you to where you need to be, which will help, reduce those bumps and, of course, work on any inflammation. And remember the key inflammatory things: wheat, sugar, dairy, alcohol, large amounts of red meat. All of those things are inflammatory.
Yeah, that's always good reminder.
Yeah, so fall in love with you and just use the what if question. That'll work. It will absolutely positively work. I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I will. I will do that.
Thank you so much for calling in.
All right. Thanks, Marie. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So can we fit in the last one, do you think?
We got about 3 minutes if we want to make it quick and go to it right now.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Okay, Maggie, welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show. Got 3 minutes.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi, I was just wondering if you had some quick advice for me regarding home life with my partner and his 18-year-old daughter that lives with us.
Oh, why is she still living with you guys?
Well, she just graduated.
Okay, so is she going to go to college?
Part-time.
Okay, all right. So I had rules in my house. I didn't have to enforce them, thank goodness, because I don't know how great I would have been at enforcing them. But I had a rule that if my kids weren't in school full-time, they had to pay rent or move out. So is she going to pay any rent or pay for her cell phone or her car insurance or anything like that?
No, her father doesn't really have many rules.
Yeah. Well, so have you sat down with him and said, this needs to happen in order for me to be happy? Have you told him that yet?
Yes.
And what does he say?
Well, he recently did something really disrespectful. So I feel like I want to probably leave.
Well, I mean, I'm not in your relationship, right? I mean, the good news is she is going to eventually move out. She's done with high school. It's going to happen, which could drastically change your relationship. But if you feel that you need to have a break and go stay in a hotel a few nights a week, I think you should. I think you deserve it. You've gone through a lot with this relationship. So you can say to him, I thought that was very disrespectful. I've been putting up with all this double disrespect, but definitely disrespect from his daughter for years or whatever the time period has been. And so 2 to 3 nights a week, I'm going to a hotel. I'm going to get a massage and go sit in the hot tub. And once you figure this out and you realize how important I am to you, then we can move forward. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
I know, doesn't it sound great? And I just want to remind you, you are towards the end of this. She is going to eventually leave the house. It will happen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yay!
I just, was thinking more about the reflection of his actions and just not considering me in general.
Well, he hasn't.
Do I need to be in a relationship like that?
Well, here's the deal. The reason why I gave you the go to the hotel thing, and I guess I have 1 minute, is because you won't leave yet. I don't see you leaving. So you need to figure out what you need and what you want. And I think you need a break. I think you need to go to a hotel, a nice one, and have a spa day twice a week until you guys can have some conversation and you can get clarity. But you may say you want to leave, but I don't see you leaving. So you need to figure that out, right?
Okay. I agree.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Marie.
You're welcome. And thank you. And congratulations getting that kid to be 18 years of age. That's a hard job. And thank you, everyone, for listening to the show. And we wish everyone around the world joyful blessings. Bye-bye for now.